My name is Allison. This is Mellow Flow. You can go ahead and get that playlist started. Go ahead, hitting play. And just come to a nice, comfortable seat, or you can come to child's pose, whatever works for you. Even come laying, you know what, actually let's come laying onto our back. Just allow yourself to stretch out here, take up a lot of space. Deep breaths in, maybe sigh out a couple of them. And just allow yourself. Melt in right here. Starting to bring all of the pieces of yourself back. Maybe you begin with just bringing them into the room. And then maybe you bring them within your mat. And then you feel them come within your body. You might set just a quick intention here for this moment to allow anything that isn't yours to just melt away and release into the earth. As you continue to breathe, you might check in, observing how you're feeling physically, energetically, and emotionally. And as you become aware of these different parts of yourself, just give yourself the permission to use it as knowledge to help guide you as you move through your practice. And keep in mind, your practice might look different from moment to moment, let alone day to day or even week to week. And wherever you are, whatever you find, just show up. The fact that you're on your mat, the hard part is done. You are doing yoga. Bring a deeper awareness to your breath. Feeling your inhale flow in through the nose, down your throat, into your lungs. Feeling your belly lift. And the exhale, your belly falls and the lungs press the air back out just as it flowed in. Continue to breathe. Nice long inhale. Nice long exhale. Take about 5 more breaths, just like this. And you might set an intention for your practice. And take a nice deep breath in through the nose, really filling your lungs. Sip in just a bit more, just a little more. Exhale, sigh it out. Bringing your arms out to a T, straight out from your shoulders, palms facing up. Take a breath and exhale. Turn your head towards the right, looking towards your right fingers. Really glue that left hand onto the floor. Breathe into your shoulder and allow it to melt just a bit deeper into the earth. Take a breath in. Stay for the breath out. Inhale, bring your head back through center, and exhale, drop that left ear down towards the mat. Glue your right hand to the floor. Take a breath into your right shoulder, and the exhale melts it just a little deeper. You might even imagine that you're reaching through your fingers. Take a breath in. Stay for the breath out. Inhale, bring your head back through center, and then reach your fingers and toes nice and long. Full body stretch. And bringing your arms down at your sides, bend your knees, feet come onto the mat, nice and wide as your mat. Allow your knees to fall into center, and then just windshield wiper. Nice and slow. There's no rush here. You've got nowhere else to be at the moment. And this is all you have to do. Notice how this massages the tops of your glutes, maybe the side of your hips, how it feels on your low back. Take a couple more rounds. Pause, coming through center, knees come together. Bring your arms up to cactus shape, hands by your head. Just breathe here a moment. Become aware of any places that might feel like they're holding on or are extra tense. Breathe into those places. Allow the exhale to soften them. Take a breath in. Exhale. Bringing your hands down by your hips once again. Walk your ankles back underneath your knees. Really engage that low belly. Press the back into the mat. Feel the sway out of the back. Your spine is connected to the earth. On your inhale, press into hands and feet. Peel your spine off the mat. Lift your hips towards the sky, bridge pose. Exhale, roll your spine back down. Inhale, hips lift, peel your spine off the mat. Exhale, roll it back down. Inhale, roll your spine up, hips lift. Pause here at the top. And you might stay right here. Maybe you feel ready for more and your hands connect and your shoulders tuck like wings underneath, pressing biceps into the mat. Breathe into the front of your body. Take a breath. Exhale, slowly release all the way down. Inhale, reach hands and feet nice and long. Once again, full body stretch. And then exhale, hug your knees into your chest. Gently rock side to side. Apanasana. You might even take your knees around in circles together or apart. Switch directions. Bringing your knees through center. Really give them a great big squeeze. Take a breath. Exhale, squeeze in just a bit more. Another breath. Exhale, squeeze. From here, you might gently rock forward and back. Take at least 3 good rocks. And then come up to a comfortable seat. Bringing your feet, soles together, knees wide. Finding Baddha Konasana. And you might have your feet out a little farther. Maybe they're closer. Just depends on how you are feeling. Really find those sits bones. Hands come to your ankles. Sit up nice and tall. Take a breath. Exhale, chin down to chest. Roll through your spine. Beginning to come all the way down. Head comes down towards your feet. Inhale, roll it back up. Exhale, chin to chest. Roll it down. Inhale, roll it back up. Exhale, roll it down here. Pausing. Breathing into the back. Feeling the length of the spine, the space at the back of the neck. And take a breath in. Stay for the breath out. Inhale, roll it all the way back up. Bring your knees together, soles of feet on the mat. Bring your feet out just a little farther away from your hips. Hands come behind you, fingers towards your hips. Press into your hands, roll your shoulders out, lift your sternum, breathe. Feeling the connective tissue in your arms, your neck. Maybe you begin to even allow your head to fall back slightly. Take a breath here. Stay for the breath out. Inhale, slowly come through center. Bring your legs around. Find tabletop position. Shoulders coming over wrists, hips over knees. Begin to flow through your cats and cows. Belly drops on the inhale as your head comes up. Exhale, chin to chest, round the spine. Move with your breath. Keeping note of the space between your ears and shoulders. You might even find the movement between your shoulder blades versus your low back. You might even begin to add some side-to-side movement. Maybe you move into your hips as if you were scraping a peanut butter jar. Take a few more rounds of movement with your breath here. Your next inhale brings you back through center, tabletop. Hips come over knees, walk your hands long in front, melting heart, Anahatasana. Your head may or may not touch down. It's okay. Our focus here is to feel the stretch in the front of our body and across the top of our shoulders into our biceps. You have space in your neck. You might even bring your chin to the mat and look forward. Totally up to you. Pausing here for a few more breaths. Slowly and gently walking your hands back underneath your shoulders. Finding that tabletop, tuck your toes, hover your knees off the mat. Stretching into the bottoms of your feet here, beginning to engage your core, feeling space in your shoulder blades. Take a breath. Exhale, drop your knees, sink your hips back, child's pose. Walking your hands nice and long. Sinking your hips back to your heels. You might keep your arms extended. Maybe you bring your palms together and bring them in prayer behind your head. Continue to breathe into the top of your shoulders, your neck. You might even start to feel this into your hips, your low back. Inhale, reach your hands nice and long and come up, tenting your fingers. Elbows are lifted off the mat. Look slightly forward. Just a little more. Take a breath. Exhale, walk your hands to the right. Bowing it down here. You can stay or maybe even add that twist, bringing that right hand by the right knee into the floor, over your shoulder. Take a breath in. Exhale, twist. Inhale, walk your hands, come back all the way through center. Keep those fingertips on the mat. Forearms are lifted. Really sink your hips back onto your heels once again. Another breath in. Now walk your hands over to the left. Bowing it down, maybe adding the twist. Left hand presses into the mat. Look over your shoulder, breathe into the right side of the body. Take a breath in, stay for the breath out. Inhale, walk your hands all the way through center. Exhale, bow it down, child's pose. Pause here for just one breath in, one breath out. Now rise through tabletop. Exhale, down dog. Hips lift you up and back. Find some movement. Pedal your feet. Shift your hips. This might be your first down dog in a while. I know it is mine. Things can feel different. And even if it's your 10th down dog today, it still might feel different. Continuing to find your movement, connecting with your breath. Maybe you notice and observe what is different. Different or change isn't wrong, it's just not what it was before. A couple more breaths here. And slowly coming through center, sinking your heels down towards the mat. Really bend your knees, press your belly to your thighs, look towards your knees, look behind you, nice deep breath in, deep breath out. Lift your hands, slowly walk your feet to the top of the mat. Fingers on shins, halfway lift, exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold here. Maybe bring your feet a little bit wider. Hands come to opposite elbows, finding ragdoll. You might even sway your torso or shift your weight in your feet. Couple more rounds of breath. Fingers come to shins. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, slinky roll and rise. Press through your feet. Rise up one vertebrae at a time. Fingers reach wide and tall. Maybe look to your thumb. Take a breath. Exhale, that right hand comes down by your thigh. Reach up and over with the left hand. Stretch into your side body. If you'd like to take this deeper, you might step that left foot behind the right. Keep your hips square to the top of the mat. Take a breath in, stay for the breath out. Inhale, rise through center, right fingers reach tall. Exhale, left hand comes down by that hip, fountain up and over. Staying here, take it deeper, step that right foot behind the left. Hips stay square to the top of the mat. Taking a breath in, stay for the breath out. Inhale, rise through center, reach, and then exhale, lift your heart, cactus your arms. Notice your ribs here. You hug them back around your spine. Take a breath, exhale, hands come down to clasp at your low back. Lift your heart just a little more. Take a breath. Exhale, bend the knees, fold forward, arms rinse out overhead. Pausing here, breathing. Inhale, halfway lift. Bend the right knee. Keep that left leg nice and straight. Right fingers come down onto the mat. Left fingers twist you open. Noticing that thumb, is it over your nose? Take a breath. Exhale, twist, fold forward, switch sides. Left fingers on the mat, bend the left knee. Right leg straight. Right fingers reach to the sky. Breathe here. And take a breath. Exhale, twist. Fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. On the exhale, step back, high plank. Pause here. Knees can stay lifted. You can lower for support. Feel your shoulder blades spreading wide. Building a little fire in the belly. Take a breath. Exhale, slowly lower all the way down onto the mat. Fingers or hands stay where they are. Inhale, gentle cobra. Exhale, release down. Inhale, gentle cobra. Exhale, release. Take your fingers wider than your mat. Inhale, gentle cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale, gentle cobra. On your exhale, drop that left shoulder in. Look over the right. Inhale, come through center. Exhale, drop the right shoulder. Look over the left. Inhale through center. Exhale, release it down. Make your way back to down dog. Take a breath in, maybe sigh it out. Look to your hands, walk your feet to the top of the mat. Halfway lift. Fold. Inhale, slinky roll and rise. Fingers reach wide and tall. Exhale, fountain to the right. Inhale through center. Exhale, fountain left. Inhale, rise center. Exhale, cactus your arms. Lift your heart. Another breath in, exhale, hands clasp at your low back. Lift your heart just a bit more. Exhale, bend your knees, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, straighten that left leg. Right fingers come down, left fingers twist you open. Take a breath. Exhale, switch sides. Bend the left knee, straighten the right leg. Right fingers reach tall. Take a breath. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant hands, step back, high plank. Slowly lower all the way down. Inhale, gentle cobra. Exhale, down. Fingers come wide. Inhale, gentle cobra. Exhale, drop the left shoulder, look over the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, drop the right, look over the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, down. Make your way back, down dog. Take a breath in and a breath out. Look to your hands, step or walk your feet, top of the mat, halfway lift, fold. Inhale, slinky roll and rise. Exhale, fountain to the right. Inhale, center, fountain to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, cactus your arms. Take another breath. Exhale, hands down to your low back. Lift your heart. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Straighten that left leg. Reach the left fingers tall. Twist it open. Exhale, fold. Switch sides. Inhale, twist it open. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank. Take a breath. Exhale, slowly lower all the way down. Inhale, gentle cobra. Exhale, down. Hands come wide, fingertips on the floor. Inhale, gentle cobra. Exhale, drop that left shoulder, look over the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, drop the right shoulder, look over the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, release down. Make a pillow with your hands here for just a moment. Taking a couple breaths, just allowing your body to relax right into gravity. Becoming aware of what might be shifting and changing through your practice. From here, bring your right cheek onto your mat. Right arm is extended straight out from your body, left hand under your shoulder. Take a breath, and on your exhale, begin to roll onto the right side of your body. You can bend that top knee and touch the foot down. Maybe your legs are stacked. Maybe you even bring that foot in front of the right leg. Breathing here. Feeling your breath flowing in and flowing out. Maybe you notice your breath has shortened and become really fast or quick. You might back out of the shape just a little. Take a breath in, exhale, and inhale, slowly come through center. Switching sides, left cheek comes to the mat, left arm is extended, right hand presses you onto the left side of your body. Breathing into the front of your pec, into your neck. Maybe observing how this shape feels different to you tonight in this moment. And take a breath in, stay for the breath out. And slowly unwind, come back through center. And then press your way back into a child's pose, keeping your knees together. Really sink your hips onto your heels, and then allow your torso to drape right over your thighs. Forehead comes down, and arms wrap around, hands connect to your feet. Breathing here. If you'd like to take a rabbit pose, maybe you come onto the crown of your head and lift your hips, keeping the connection with your feet and hands. Just an option, not a command. If you came into rabbit, sinking your hips back down, pausing here for another breath in and a breath out. And then slowly coming through tabletop and exhale back down dog. And take a couple moments here, finding some movement. Maybe you find stillness and some depth in the posture. You might even play with it, taking your feet a little wider than you normally do. Noticing how that changes the shape and the feel of posture for you. And then bringing your feet back about hip width distance if you took them wide. Inhale, reach that right heel back. Feeling the length here, toes flex towards the earth. Inhale, lift just a bit more, and then bend the knee, open the hip. Take some ankle circles or hip circles if it's calling to you. Inhale, reach your heel through center. And exhale, knee to nose, step your foot between your hands. Fingers stay on the floor. Just gently shift back and forth here. You might even straighten that front leg. Taking the bend in that front knee, drop the back knee. Find your low lunge. So, options here. You can keep your fingers on the floor. You can bring your hands onto your knee. Maybe you even clasp your hands and press onto it, finding a little extra pressure. If you'd like, you can always reach your hands nice and tall. This is your time and space. What feels good to you tonight? And if you've reached your fingers tall, maybe you begin to find a back bend, lifting your heart. Maybe you can even reach your fingers back and touch the floor. Breathing into the front of that left quad here. Inhale, rise through center. And on your exhale, find a twist. Options, you can stay upright, reaching that right hand back, that left arm forward. If you'd like to take it deeper, you might take that left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Hands come to prayer. If you are upright, you might even take that right hand to your thigh and reach your left hand up and over. Wherever you are, breathing. Taking your time. Feeling into this. And take a breath in. Exhale, twist. The inhale brings you back through center. Reach your fingers tall, unwind. And then exhale, your hands come down, shift back, Ardha Hanuman. Straighten that front leg. You can play with it. You can keep your foot planted. You can reach your toes to your face. Maybe you point and flex your foot. Windshield wiper your leg. You might hang out. What works for you? Taking a breath in, stay for the breath out. Inhale, shift it forward, hands come inside of that foot. Walk that right foot to the outer edge of your mat. Just pause here, hugging your knee into shoulder and shoulder into knee. From here, you might flex those right toes and roll onto the outer edge of your right foot, moving deeper into lizard pose. Breathing here, and you might begin to come into twisted monkey, pressing that right hand onto your thigh, looking over your shoulder. You might even take it deeper into your left quad, bending that knee. Maybe you reach back and make a connection with your foot. Continue to connect in with your breath. Observe what it's doing. Knowing that you can change your mind if you find that you've gone too far. Take a breath. Exhale. Inhale, slowly come back through center. You have the option, you can stay right here. Maybe you walk that right foot across and start to come into a half pigeon. Before you come down, notice, see if you can't roll that left hip point just a little closer to the mat, helping to keep your hips nice and square. Inhale, really lift your heart, stretching through the front of your leg. Take a breath, and then on the exhale, maybe release down, keeping the length in your spine, moving just a little deeper into your half pigeon. When you arrive, settle in, connecting to your breath. You might connect back in with the intention that you set for yourself today. If you have a lot of sensation or you're feeling a lot of emotion, it's okay. Just observe, allow it to flow. Breath continues to flow in and flow out. And stay present here for just a few more moments. Knowing that if it feels intense, it's okay. You can do hard things. Stay with it. And take a breath in. Sigh it out. Inhale, slowly lift your torso up, finding lots of length here. And then gently begin to roll onto that right hip. Keep that right leg nice and bent. And then swing that left leg, bringing it all the way around so that left foot is on the other side of your right leg. Remember my lefts and rights here. All right, so now inhale, reaching your fingers nice and tall. Take a breath in. And then exhale, twist to the left. Connecting that arm on that left knee, looking over your shoulder. And take a breath in. Exhale, twist. Inhale, arms lift, coming back through center. And then exhale your hands down and slowly unwind, sending that left leg back. And then make your way into a downward facing dog. However that transition looks, it's okay. We'll begin again in down dog. And when you get there, you might pedal your feet, shift your hips. And pausing in center. Inhale, your left leg rises. Press back through that heel. Lots of length here. Inhale, lift just a bit more, and then bend the knee, open the hip. Ankle circles, hip circles. Then inhale, reach that heel through center. And exhale, knee to nose, step it through. Keeping your fingers on the floor, just gently shift your weight back and forth here. Might even straighten and bend that front knee. Working into your legs. Bend that front knee, drop the back one down, find your low lunge. Keeping in mind that whatever you did on the other side might look different on this side. It's okay. Continue to breathe. You might even begin to add that back bend, lifting your heart, maybe taking those cactus arms or reaching your fingers down towards the floor. Envisioning nice long lines through your body. Inhale, fingers reach to the sky, and exhale, twist. And start upright. Maybe that left hand comes down, you reach up and back with the right fingers. Maybe that right elbow comes outside the left knee. Just depends. This is your time and place to explore. And take a breath. Exhale, twist. Inhale, reach tall through center. Unwind your spine. And exhale your hands down. Shift your hips back. Ardha Hanuman. Half split. Once again, you might play with flexing and pointing your foot, wiggling your toes, windshield wiper your leg. Stillness, or some combination of movement. Take a breath in, stay for the breath out. Inhale, bending that knee, hands come inside of that foot, walking it to the outer edge. Pressing shoulder into knee, knee into shoulder, pause for just a moment. And then flexing your toes, roll onto the outer edge of that foot, lizard pose. Option to stay here, find twisted monkey, pressing that left hand on the thigh. Maybe you bend that back foot, that back knee, and connect to the back foot. Breathing. Take a breath. Exhale. Slowly release that foot down. Hands come back through center. Deciding maybe your forearms come to a block or you walk that foot across, coming into a half pigeon. Before coming down, you might drop that right hip point down towards the mat just a little more. And inhale, lift your heart. Lots of length in the front of the body. Take a breath. And then on your exhale, maybe you begin to come down, keeping the length in your spine. Settling in wherever you are. Connect with your breath. Observe sensation or whatever arises. Allow your breath to flow in and flow out just a little slower. And take a breath in. Stay for the breath out. Inhale, slowly rising up, finding the length in your torso. And then slowly and gently roll onto that left hip, swinging that right leg all the way around. Right foot comes to the outside of the thigh. And your knees may or may not line up. It's okay, as long as you're feeling sensation in your hip, not your knees. Sitting up nice and tall, inhale, reach your fingers to the sky. Exhale, twist to the right. You can bring your knee outside, or that elbow outside the knee or the arm. Feeling the crown of your head, reaching taller on the inhale, twisting deeper on the exhale. Take a breath in, exhale, twist. And slowly unwind, coming through center, and just unwind your legs here and take some windshield wipers. Releasing your hips, you can always extend your legs, wiggle your knees, just explore, take some movement that works for you. And then from here, you might turn sideways on your mat or stay facing forward, bringing your legs wide. Finding your sits bones, flexing your feet. Fingers come through center. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Just breathe here, pressing heart forward. Inhale, and then exhale, begin to walk your hands forward. Finding a wide-legged forward fold. Breathing into inner and outer thighs. You might even soften your pelvic floor just a bit. Take a breath in, stay for the breath out. Inhale, hands slowly walk you back up to sit. Your left foot comes into that right thigh. Bring that right hand down towards your toes. This might be enough for you right here. If you already know that you would like more, you can always bring that forearm inside of the leg, peace fingers hooking underneath your Achilles. Otherwise, just inhale, reach the crown of your head nice and long, and then twist, rolling your sternum towards the sky. You can keep your hand down. This might help focus on the length in your spine. If you would like more, you can always reach that left finger to the sky, and then bring it overhead. You might even make connection with your toes, but it's all up to you, personal preference. Breathing here into the outer edge of that left hip, your left rib. Take your breath in. Stay for the breath out. Inhale, slowly rise up, coming through center. Take your time, extend that left leg out to the side. Sole of the right foot comes into that left thigh. Peace fingers or hand coming to shin, or peace fingers to big toe, or bringing that arm inside the calf. Wherever you are, it's all good. Really reach the crown of your head towards that foot, and then inhale, rolling the heart towards the sky. You might notice big differences here, and that's okay. And once again, you can keep that hand down, really focusing on the length in the spine. Maybe you reach those right fingers tall or long overhead. Continuing to breathe. Breath in and breath out. Inhale, slowly rise back through center. And then slowly and gently bringing your feet back towards the top of your mat. My windshield wiper here for a moment. And then slowly recline down, one vertebrae at a time. Coming all the way onto your back. Fingers and toes reach long, full body stretch. And slowly and gently hugging your knees into your chest. Gently rock side to side. Arms come open to a T. Take a breath and exhale. Drop your knees to the right. Pressing that left shoulder into the mat. Maybe you look straight ahead or at your left fingers. You have the option to stay right here just as you are, or you can add on, maybe extending that top leg and catching it with your right hand. Maybe you even bring that bottom leg around and catch it with the left. Feeling your breath flow between each rib, creating space on the inhale, keeping that space on the exhale. Take a breath in, take a breath out. Inhale, slowly unwind, come back through center, and maybe you just windshield wipe your knees for a moment. Breath in, and exhale, drop your knees to the left. Press through that right shoulder. You can look straight ahead, or at those right fingers. Once again, observing any differences. You can stay here or add on. Take a breath in. Stay for the breath out. Inhale, slowly come through center, find happy baby. Hands connecting anywhere on legs or feet that is accessible to you. You might rock or extend one or both legs. Slowly and gently releasing into a Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of feet together, knees wide. Bring one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly. Close your eyes if they're not already. And take a deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale, sigh it out. Observing your intention and how it might have shifted or changed for you. Maybe observing all those pieces that you called back home, feeling them settling back into place. You can stay here or shift into a different shape for Shavasana, maybe extending arms and legs. If you're near a wall, maybe you even place your legs up a wall. And when you arrive, allow yourself to melt right here. Giving yourself full permission to take rest. There is nothing else to do. There is nowhere else to be. Shavasana. Slowly and gently bring your awareness back to the space. Wiggling fingers and toes. Finding wrist circles and ankle circles. Nodding your head side to side. Find a full awakening body stretch. Fingers and toes reach long. Take up space. And gently roll onto one side or the other, pausing in the fetal position. Taking one more moment for yourself here. And then slowly press your way to a comfortable seat at the top of your mat. Hands coming to Anjali Mudra, that prayer position at heart center, closing your eyes. It's truly my honor being here with you this evening, and I deeply thank you for your trust in allowing me to guide you through your practice. I'd like to seal in our time together with the sound of one Om. You can join in or just listen. Emptying your exhale and inhaling. Thumbs raised to third eye center. Together we bow in peace and honor of ourselves, each other, and this practice. Namaste. Thank you, yogis, so much for being here.